Hello. Welcome, and let me introduce myself. I'm super excited that you are here. My name is Allie Santano, and I'm a company VP with Park Lane Jewelry. Someone has either shared this video with you or because they think that you would love this business or maybe what Park Lane has to offer. But regardless, I'm excited that you're here because it shows that you've expressed some interest in maybe learning about what Park Lane could do for you or how it could fit into your life. And I'm glad that you're here learning a little bit about the Park Lane opportunity. Over the next few minutes, and I do have my notes here, so you will see me glance at those because I don't want to leave anything out. But over the next few minutes, I'm going to share just a little bit. I'm going to answer some very common questions. First, like why jewelry? Why Park Lane? Why now? And can I do that? So essentially, these are very common questions that we get and that I get whenever I'm talking and visiting with someone about if it might be a good fit for them. But before I do that, let me just tell you a little bit about my personal story. I fell into this business almost 14 years ago, a little over 14 years ago. I was pregnant with my one and only, working in full time in pharmaceutical sales actually at the moment. I was very, very pregnant, and I honestly decided to do it because my two sisters were. I thought it would be something fun to do together. I thought it would make me feel cuter. I loved jewelry, and I figured, what the heck? It was actually the holiday time, and I thought for sure my friends would want to shop for Christmas, and that's about as much as I put into thinking about it. I think I learned about it and decided on the same day because there was a great promo going on. Fast forward, and I actually did both for about 6 to 8 months. Had my sweet girl that's about to turn 14, actually. And I decided to take my business full time. It was an opportunity for me. It was this time in my life where I decided and was watching other people make this a full-time income and not just supplementing another income, but making this full-time. And I thought, I think this is going to be a way for me to be able to work from home flexibly and be there as a work from home mother. And so I did that. And I absolutely never, ever could have imagined what this business and this industry and profession could have brought me. I was with another company for 10 years, built an incredible business to an executive level of leadership, and I was earning double what I had been earning in my corporate career. And it's amazing that it started with the love of a pair of earrings. I fast forward to about 4 years ago, and 4.5 years ago. And that's whenever Park Lane entered my universe. I decided, okay, I have this other business. Someone suggested that I just learn about the company, the scenario and kind of the environment of my business at that time. The company that I was with, they had made a lot of changes. If you've been with a company before, if you're hearing this, then some of this will resonate with you. They were making lots and lots of changes. There had been compensation plan changes a few times. The reward schedule was changing. It was kind of hard to keep up with all the changes. The compensation plan changes weren't really reflecting positively in our stylists and team members' paychecks. They had also added in other product lines. They were adding in completely different product categories. So it was not only tough on the rep to carry more and to be holding more product, but also it was kind of confusing for our customer bases too, as well, because they were like, well, we thought you did this, but now you do this and this. So it just was making the business more complicated and less fun. So whenever someone said, Park Lane, you might want to check them out, I decided, okay, if my spouse, my husband, of course, he has had recruiters over his career come to him and say, I think this company is interested in you. You might want to learn about what they have to offer and just learn a little bit about the company. Could I set up a phone call for you? He would come to me and ask me, should I do this? And it would answer, I always said, Yes, you have to learn. Does not mean you're taking the job. It does not commit you to anything. Nobody even knows that you are doing it. You don't have to worry about your company finding out that you're taking a call from a recruiter. You have to talk to them. It's irresponsible not to. So I told myself, what would I tell my husband to do? And I took that first call, and I learned about all of the things that I'm going to be sharing with you this evening. And so here I am 4.5 years later, earning more than I ever have in my previous business, in my corporate career, and with the simplicity of jewelry, and a company that's been around for almost 7 decades that does not have just all these periods of change. And it's created a place of security and peacefulness, and loving my business, and loving and having a team of ladies who love their business and wake up really excited to do their business on a daily basis. So, or once a week or twice a week, or however often they choose to do it. So that's a little bit of my background. And that's why I get very, very excited about sharing about Park Lane with others. So let's kind of dig into some of those things that I said that I would share with you. So first, let's talk about, and I actually left this out, let's talk about why direct selling and why this profession is so wonderful. Well, like I said, for me, whenever I first started, flexibility was amazing. I was in an extremely flexible career that was supposed to be the perfect mom job, outside sales, but really, I still had to go to work from 8 until 6 every day, and sometimes at nights. And so I actually didn't get to choose when I worked. And so it's extremely flexible. And 90% of our stylists, okay, work this business around a full-time job. So they can choose when they would like to do it. And especially now that we do, many of us do our businesses from home, exclusively from home. They don't even have to leave their house. I did in-home shows for 12 years before the pandemic happened. And now I can't even, definition of flexibility has been up leveled 100%. So again, okay, second thing is it provides immediate income. You can actually sign up for Park Lane and start earning immediate income immediately, because you can set up an online party and you can be selling to your friends within a couple of days, or today. Share your website, someone shops today, you earning income immediately. And then it's a plug and play business platform. This industry is, you essentially are out there selling the product. So it's flexible. You can start earning immediately, and it's plug and play. Everything is, you're not doing shipping. You're not holding inventory. Well, at least with Park Lane, you're not holding inventory. Your website is usually included. And so a lot of those things that you have to do whenever you're starting a business, all of that has been done for you. And so it's a plug and play program where you just plug into the training and you plug into the team. And that's one of the most beautiful things about it. Okay. So that's why this industry and profession is so incredibly beautiful and wonderful. And in my opinion, the absolute best profession out there on top of everything else. Okay. So that's why it's direct sales is so amazing. Now let's talk about why jewelry. Okay. So I'm really passionate about this because, first of all, jewelry is very simple. You put it on, it fits everybody. Okay. You like it, you don't, there's no education wrapped around it. It's very, very simple. Okay. There's no, here's how you wear the necklace, unless it can be worn 8 ways. I'd like to know how that, because that means my dollar gets even stretched further. And so that's a fun thing to actually share as well. Okay. But jewelry is very simple and it fits everybody. It's a consumable product. From the beginning of time, people have wanted to update their wardrobes very often, okay? And more often now than ever with social media. So it is a consumable product. I'll probably wear this green sweater a few times, and then I'll probably like move it back to my closet. And then maybe next season, I'll be like, kind of like now I'm gonna need a new green sweater. So it's a consumable product, just like fashion, all right? Jewelry, and this is the part that I get really passionate about because I've seen it more in the last 3 years than ever, since we've been in a very tough time with the pandemic and now going into a recession. We need things, and it's no secret that mental health is something that is more prevalent and touching everybody's family more than ever before. Jewelry spreads joy. Jewelry lifts you up when you put it on. Jewelry can give you a little bit more of an oomph that day. Even if you work from home like I do, you put jewelry on and your bright sweater and you see yourself on Zoom and you feel more put together. Jewelry is the biggest giftable item as well. And there's a ton of emotion behind and significance behind gifting jewelry to other people. So it's extremely, there's a lot of thought behind it as well. And so what I love about jewelry and what I have witnessed and found is that women have hosted before, and it was the most positive thing that happened that week because of all the fun and cuteness of just feeling cute whenever you have all these cute news pretties coming to you. Women shopped and they got their stuff and they're like, oh my gosh, I literally wore it the next day and got compliments like I had never gotten before. I changed nothing except I had cute new jewelry on and I got tons of compliment, which is a mood booster. Okay. And it actually boosts the mood of the person that gave the compliment too. That's also there. So it spreads joy and it's a conversation starter. I have actually made friends with people because you come around the corner and you're like, ooh, your bag is cute. And they'll say, I love your necklace. And then I have a good friend that I met that way. So it's a conversation starter. So while it's simple and it's just jewelry, it's so much more than jewelry and it brings people together because it starts conversations, it creates compliments, it makes you just feel more put together so that's one less thing kind of, hard. We go through hard on a daily basis. And when you feel a little more put together because your jewelry just makes you feel together, then you can go about your day a little bit easier. So that is where I feel like jewelry is a huge, that's the value that it brings people. Okay. So that's just a little bit of why jewelry is so special, I think. Okay, so let's get into Park Lane. All right, so I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm going to talk a little bit about Park Lane as a company, and then I'm going to talk about why it's so special for customers, why it's really different and special for hostesses, and why it's very special and unique, what it brings, the value and benefit that it brings to the stylist. So first, let's talk about Park Lane as a company and why it's so unique. It has been around for almost 7 decades. I will tell you, whenever when the pandemic started, my personal family, we had been through some difficult stuff, some medical things. We had some big expenses happening. And then boom, my 12-year business of in-home shows, I thought, OMG, what are we going to do? And then because I had been with a company that has been around for 7 decades, let's just think about all the things that have happened. I'm no history expert, but there have been a couple of wars over the last 7 decades. There have been recessions over the last 7 decades. There have been lots and lots of elections and controversial ones over the last 7 decades. There has been a lot of stuff that has happened over the last 7 decades that since my company, since Park Lane had been through all of that and sustained and continued to grow and support their stylist force, when the pandemic happened, they were like, we've got this, we know what to do, and we've thrived. And it's part of the reason why we've had over 400% growth since the pandemic started, because there are a lot of companies out there that have struggled, and because they've never been faced with a struggle like this before, and they didn't have the experience. And that breaks my heart, because there are a lot of businesses outside of this profession, obviously, that have struggled and not made it through. And I have considered myself very grateful. And I honestly tell the owners of our company every now and then how grateful that I am and that we are, that the experience of the 7 decades is what has helped us continue to thrive. And when I say continue to thrive, that means our stylist force has continued to bring home a paycheck and have a business. It didn't stop just because the world stopped. Okay. So that is the experience that 7 decades. How many times am I going to say that? You're going to hear it because it's very, very important. Okay. Okay. As far as jewelry concerned, our collection is extremely diversified. You might remember that I mentioned with my previous company, and you might have all been with a company before, where they start bringing in different product lines in order to try to grow the business. Well, in order to try to grab another market. Well, what I have found, what Park Lane has found is that they do jewelry and they do it very well. And if they want to go and attract a different market, then they bring out jewelry that attracts that particular customer. So you have your blingy, you have your very modern contemporary, you have your rocker chic, you have your statement lovers, your bold jewelry, you have your very traditional jewelry lovers, you have your simple non-jewelry lovers. You have jewelry for every single style, personality out there. And that is how they continue to grow their market. Whenever you have all these different people that can come to you because they know that you're going to have something, that is how you grow their market. And so, or that's how you grow your market. And so they're extremely diversified in that regard, but they will always only do jewelry. Okay. Stick with the thing that they're very good at. And they stand behind the quality of their products. They have an unconditional guarantee that doesn't matter what happens to it, there is a replacement for it. So there's more details about that on our website, but there is an unconditional guarantee that goes with the product. So people that are shopping online love knowing that, because if they've never shopped it before, there is a guarantee behind it. All right, so let's talk about why customers and hostesses get a lot and why Park Lane has been great for them. Well, let's talk about first customers and the shopping experience. If you're the person that likes to go into a store and say, in fact, comment below. If you're the person that likes to go into store and say, I want that, and I want that on half price, and I want that, and I'll go ahead and take that on sale, and I'll take that on sale, and I'll take that on sale. If that is you, which that is our customers, they love Park Lane. You would love Park Lane. That's essentially the shopping experience. Our customers have this all the time sale, year round, 365 days a year, where they can actually choose what's on sale. They go grab 2 items at full price, low price items, and then they can go and pick what pieces they would like to be on sale. They get up to 4 half price items on sale. So that is the shopping experience. So our customers feel extremely in control, and that they always are going to get a good value on all the different diversified pieces that we have. So that is the all the time sale, and our customers love it. It builds very loyal customers, and it builds customers that don't have buyer's remorse because they got to pick what they wanted and got it on sale. Okay. To the hostesses. Now let's talk about hostesses. Hostesses are the heart of this business in Party Plan. Hostesses are who introduce us to our next customers, who our next hostesses, and to our next stylists. So the hostesses being treated like gold is extremely important. In our hostess plan, they are completely spoiled. With just 10 friends shopping, it doesn't matter how much the friends shop. It could be $20 or $200. The hostess is gifted a $400 shopping spree on top of additional discounts on top of that. Sometimes our hostesses get $500, $600, $700, $800, $900 in free jewelry. So that makes it worth hosting. And they love hosting Park Lane parties because it's like when they get their hostess rewards, it's like Christmas and fill in the blank month of the year. So our hostesses absolutely love, and that's important to you because you will have hostesses want to do events for you. Okay. And then let's talk about stylists. So can you agree, if you're the person that when you're looking for a business opportunity or a job, let's say you're seeking employment, you want to see what that company has to offer you, right? What do they pay? What is the pay structure like? And what are the benefits, right? I mean, am I right? So you should be looking at the same thing with companies if you're wanting to get into the direct sales network marketing industry. What do they pay? And what are the benefits that they have to offer you? So Park Lane, because it's been around for almost 7 decades, has one of the highest compensation plans. Our stylists earn from 30 to 50% in their personal sales alone. And I do want to share with you that we are paid on retail, on the retail dollar. So if there's a woman that buys $100 necklace, then we are earning 30 to 50% on that $100 necklace, not a percentage of the retail dollar, which there's a lot of companies that offer that. Okay. And if they choose to build a team, if the stylist chooses to build a team, she can earn commissions. It's another layer of income that way too. Okay. On top of that, we have a Rich Rewards program. It's a free jewelry program. And you maybe have been with the company, and if you're considering a company, you need to look at what kind of free product program that they have, because it's very important that they have that built in. It saves you money, keeps your commissions in your pocket. With Park Lane, we can earn up to, we call it the Rich Rewards program, and we can earn up to $1,000, maybe $1,100, $1,200 in free jewelry a month. Forever. Many companies have what they might call a fast start or a jump start program, but with Park Lane, it's an all the time thing. As a brand new person, you'll have this Rich Rewards program available to you the first month. 4 years in, 5 years in, 10 years in, you have the same free jewelry program available to you in each month. And so why is that useful? Because nobody ever doesn't want more free jewelry, but it keeps your commissions in your pocket and you can use it to give away. We give away extras to our hostesses. We give away stuff in our parties for shopping. We give away things in our VIP groups. We give away free jewelry. You can gift it. You can use it to obviously diversify your collection, but you can use it to give away. Once you have what you need, you're using it to give away. And so that is very, very important, because many companies only have a month or 2 months worth of a free product program. And after that, if you want anything extra, you're purchasing it. That is not how it is at Park Lane. So I want you to know that. And we also have 2 company trips a year. I am someone that's like, will work for travel. I love travel. Love it, love it, love it. And Park Lane does 2 international trips a year. You can earn a trip for free for yourself. You can earn a second trip as well. And you can even earn extra trips on top of that. So if you love travel and you like the idea of someone saying, we're going here and it's happening twice a year, then you will love that about Park Lane. Let's see. I and my family, my husband and my daughter, we are headed to Kona in February. We just got back from Aruba this last month. After that, we are headed to Kona. No, not Kona. Kona's in February. We're headed to Cabo San Lucas in September of next year. The idea that I have 2 international vacations already laid out for me, that I can take my husband and my daughter if I want to with me, and we can make these memories. For me, travel is memories. Travel is experiences. Travel is, it's all about the memories and taking the photos and being able to reminisce and look at the photos later to relive those really amazing, positive experiences. Then you will love this travel program with Park Lane. It is a big part of the stylist force, and the program, the trips are very, very simple to earn. We have a lot of people that have been with other companies, have never earned trips, and they are earning trips and earning more trips and earning more trips with Park Lane because of how simple the program is. And so I just wanted to share that with you as well. Okay. We also have what they call a direct appoint program. And this is actually something that I forgot to mention whenever I started out this session with you guys. So if you have been a leader in this industry before, okay, you had a team with another company in the past 10 years ago, 5 years ago, or currently, you might be intrigued to know that you could potentially qualify to start with Park Lane, not at an entry-level position. I mean, let's say you worked for Wells Fargo Bank and you were a director, and then you were going to go actually work for Chase. Would you start at the teller position? No, because your experience that you have built up is at the director level. You would expect to go over to Chase and you wouldn't take a job less than probably what you're equal to, right? Or a promotion in that corporate setting. Well, Park Lane actually has a program that's similar to that, where based off of your experience in the past, you can get a position offered to you, a leadership position that you start with Park Lane with that leadership career title and the pay that goes along with it, whatever the comp plan is that goes along with that. Years and years and years ago, well, in the 50s, Park Lane was founded by a couple, Shirley and Art Levine. And at one point, Art got to the point where he was like, what can we do to attract the most amazing talent out there to our company? And he said, well, how do corporate environments do that? Well, they go and they talk to people who are doing what they have the experience, and they put a program together to do the same thing. So what corporate America does, and Park Lane is, if not the only company, one of the only companies that has a program like that. So if that is you, and the idea of starting over at the beginning and coming in at entry level is daunting to you, then you need to strip that from your mind, and you need to let your stylist know that you have leadership experience, because you might be eligible for that. Okay. And then we also have a fundraising program. It's an amazing program, has a 50% give back. So if that's something that's really important to you, then you'll love the Park Lane fundraising program. Okay. So why now? Well, why now? Well, we are in a tipping point right now with our growth. Yes, company has been around for 7 decades, but we are at a tipping point because every few years we're actually building out our second and third generation of a stylist force at this moment. In these economic times, going into this recession, I actually started my business 14 years ago during what they call the Great Recession in 2008. And it is a time when people are looking for supplemental income. And it is something, and jewelry thrives in a recession, because at the price point that Park Lane is at, people, they may not go and buy the whole outfit, but they'll get some jewelry to to update what's in their closet already. And it just makes people feel better. It makes you feel cuter. It lifts your spirits, for all of those things. So in these times, jewelry is a category that thrives. So that is one reason why right now is a great time. And as we work our businesses 100% online from home, there are people that are definitely doing in-home parties and vendor shows and all of those things, but the vast majority of us are doing it 100% online. It cannot be a more flexible opportunity for you. We know, let's see, hold on, where are my notes here? We've got, okay, another thing that's really important of why now is a great time is our team, and our Park Lane team, we give you all the tools that you need. And I don't actually want to just say those words and say them lightly. We have had a lot of people come to our team, stylists, and they're like, I have never been given the tools that this team gives its stylists. We have content, we have graphic content and written content. We have amazing training programs, social media training programs. And then we have this culture of training each and every single week, live and recorded, that you can actually plug into. So we have a plug and play system, and you could get started today. So the last question that I get commonly is, can I do this? Like, can I do this? Well, I'll tell you, no matter what your background is, you can do this. Okay. We have women who have never worked. We have women who have been in big time executive careers. Okay. Either currently or before. We have women who have 7 and 8 children. And then we have single gals that are running their social media business as influencers. Okay. We have people who were in a science background, a teaching background, a fashion background, accounting background, legal, medical, everything. If you love the jewelry and you like sharing it with people, then this is definitely worth trying. I always say there's never a better time to do it. And there's never the perfect time to do it. And worst case scenario, you get your jewelry, you do a party or two with the help of your sponsor or your upline, and then you decide, well, I have all this cute free jewelry. That was really the mindset of when I started. That's the mindset that I started with, because I was pregnant, I worked full time, I had no idea where this was leading me, nor did I have a plan, nor did I even think further than having that baby, which is very freeing, not to think too much about it and just to do and have fun. So you could have said that that was not the optimal time. When I look at my history, it was the most perfect time that I could have actually tried something like this, because it changed the trajectory of my life as a working mom. It changed the type of mother that I have become to my daughter. It has changed the type of business that my daughter is exposed to. Her mother is a business owner and an entrepreneur and is very focused on empowering women's lives. That would have not been the same mother that she got had I not tried it while she was still in my belly. It totally changed the experience, the daughter that she is, the woman that she's becoming. So while there is no perfect time, it is the perfect time for you, because it's in front of you right now for a reason. And I wouldn't take that lightly. It's been put in front of you for a reason. So you might as well try it out. So I guess I can get a little bold here and say welcome. I'm hoping that I will be saying welcome to you. And I hope that I'll be seeing you on a new stylist training. It'll be an amazing journey for you. And I hope that you'll join us. And I very, very much look forward to seeing you on one of our trainings soon. Thank you.